Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Debbie Strauch. My husband Larry Strauch, you'll be seeing him as he comes through the room in just a moment. But I just wanted to take you through the journey that I'm on with my husband Larry. And maybe this will help to give you hope, insight, courage to go on to the next day, moment, whatever you're going through. It's been quite a journey, but let's get started. In March of 2017, my husband was diagnosed with frontal temporal lobe dementia. The variant is semantic dementia, which doctors would say that it's a rare form of dementia. The lifespan is a little bit shorter than most other dementias, between 6 and 12 years. At first, they were saying between 6 and 8, but it depends on several factors: how well they take care of themselves, how well they are cared for, what types of activities that they're engaged in. There's just different variables that will go along with how fast or how progressive the semantic dementia goes. So anyway, in the beginning, before he was diagnosed, there were certain things that I noticed. So we moved down to Dallas from Colorado Springs, where he left a job there and came to a job down to Dallas. And he got into a job where he had to drive back and forth from San Antonio to Austin to Houston. And that was such a stressor. That was such a stressful moment for him because he didn't know where he was. He had a hard time finding his way, but he did, but it was extremely stressful. And one of the triggers of dementia, early onset dementia, is stress. And especially if you have a familial, let me just start over. If you have someone in your family who's had dementia or Alzheimer's, then there's a higher chance of it being genetic or hereditary. And if they do, then it's usually an early onset of dementia. And it doesn't normally have to be that same dementia that your grandparent or your parent had. So for Larry, his grandmothers had dementia or Alzheimer's, and then his mother had Alzheimer's as well. So here is an example. Here's Larry.
And I did herb blacks and drink a lot of water. I gotta go pee.
Yeah, okay, good for you.
And I fixed that up.
Oh, thank you. You did a good job. Thank you. Okay, so that's Larry. Anyway, so genetically, it could mean that your children or your grandchildren could get early onset dementia, which is what happened to Larry in his mid-50s. So he's now 64. He just turned 64 in May, and he's doing great. He's doing great. So and when I say he's doing great, he is doing the laundry every Saturday by himself. He does word search. He does, computer games, and he reads 68 books a year. Okay, I read over 70. He reads over 68. Now, those 66 books are the Bible. So we're in our 8th year of reading the Bible through. So I say 68 because we read Psalms and Proverbs twice during the year. So even though Larry at this point doesn't understand the words, the meaning of the words, he still reads the Bible every day. And he reads Billy Graham devotional every day on the computer, and then in the actual Bible, the physical Bible, he reads for his devotion. And it's quite an amazing thing that we don't know. God's ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, right? So when Larry reads his Bible, God speaks to him in Larry's language and understanding, just like you would see a person who is hearing impaired or totally deaf, totally blind. God hears their prayers too, even though the rest of us humans don't understand what they're saying, or we have a difficult time communicating with them. God doesn't have a difficult time with understanding and communicating. And that's what is so amazing about God, And so anyway, Larry prays every day. So it's really a great thing. But anyway, I just wanted to start the introduction tonight and then come back to you and go ahead and walk through this journey with you, because there's other things like, journey by going to the dentist. What do you expect when you go to the dentist? What do you expect when you go to the doctor? What do you expect when you go a different way than where you usually go, to the store or to your, parents' house, or to wherever it is that you go. If you take a different direction, well, what happens? What is the behavior like? Okay, so we'll talk about those things, but I want to do that on a different day. Tonight is just about introducing you to Larry and the journey that we are on with semantic dementia. And I look forward to telling you a little bit more about it and sharing with you. If you have any questions or anything, I'm more than happy to answer them. Comments are welcome. This is new for me. It's just a new world, so I don't have a comfort zone. And so anyway, and then I'm getting my master's in social work right now at UT Arlington, and I'm doing it online, and then I work remotely as well. So it's really been a blessing to be able to work from home, cook all the meals for Larry and myself. And there's so much that we're so thankful for. But anything I can do to help other people, encourage you in your walk with any dementia, I'm more than happy to. So I'm looking forward to this journey with everybody. And it's been quite a journey. A lot of humor. You learn how to laugh. You cry. You grieve. It's one long grieve, but you learn to find contentment and joy in the little things. But anyway, we're going to go now, and we'll see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and thank you for sharing this moment with me on our journey of semantic dementia.